Hello. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Manhattan. To make a Manhattan, you're going to need 4 ingredients: whiskey, vermouth, bitters, and a cherry. Imagine, if you will, you just got home from a long day of work or a long day of class at school, and you're feeling tired, you're feeling a little stressed, you'd like to sit down and enjoy a drink, but you don't want the usual beer or just a shot of something. All that exhaustion that you feel will surely go away once you're drinking one of the best cocktails you've ever made yourself. I present to you the Manhattan. The Manhattan is a fantastic cocktail that is really worth a try. Personally, I've been a bartender for more than 5 years, so I've made quite a few Manhattans in my lifetime. I've also sampled and drank in plenty of them as well. The 4 things you're going to need to make a Manhattan is a certain type of whiskey, a certain type of vermouth, a certain type of bitters, and a certain type of cherry or garnish. So the first step in our process is choosing what type of whiskey you may want to use. You can use a bourbon whiskey, you can use a rye whiskey, or you can even use a Scotch whiskey. All of these whiskeys are made with different amounts and variations of barley, corn, rye, and wheat, and they're generally produced in wooden casks made of charred oak. I'm going to use 2 ounces of rye whiskey. One ounce there. 2 ounces of Bulleit rye. As a good rye whiskey is great on its own, it's not a Manhattan without vermouth. So the next step in our process is choosing what type of vermouth you may want to use. You can use a sweet vermouth or you can use a dry vermouth. Vermouth is a fortified wine that's flavored with different botanicals such as herbs, spices, roots, barks. I'm just going to use 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. As we're one step closer to making a Manhattan, it can't be complete without our final liquid ingredient, which is bitters. There are so many different types of bitters out there, but for example, there's aromatic bitters, orange bitters, citrus bitters, flower, or even spicy bitters. Bitters is usually used to flavor drinks, but less often is used to flavor food. It's made with things like gentian, herbs, spices, fruits, fruit flavorings, but I'm just going to use 3 dashes of aromatic bitters. 1, 2, 3. Now, we've introduced all of the necessary liquid ingredients to make a Manhattan, but there's one more thing that we need to add that's going to top it all off, either for decoration or flavoring, which is a cherry or a type of garnish. So now, as our 4th step in our process is choosing what type of cherry or garnish you may want to use. The 2 most popular cherries used is a Luxardo cherry or a maraschino cherry. But there are other cherries out there that you can decide to use, and honestly, you don't have to use a cherry at all if you don't like. You can use a lemon twist or an orange wedge. It's really up to you on how you would like the drink to taste or what you may want to nibble on when you're finished with the drink. I'm one of those people who loves to eat the cherries when I finish my Manhattan. So I'm going to add 2 maraschino cherries. Here we are, 1 and 2. So essentially, we've incorporated all of the necessary ingredients to make a Manhattan. But there's one more question that we need to ask ourselves. Do we want to drink it warm or do we want to drink it cold? So the final step is deciding if you would like it neat or on the rocks. If you would like it neat, that means just don't add any ice and then stir the cocktail and you're finished. But if you would like it on the rocks, that means just add a little ice and then stir the cocktail and then it's finished. I like to have it cold, so I like to have ice in it because the drink gets watered down and changes flavor as you drink it. So I'm just going to add a good amount of regular ice cubes and then stir the cocktail. And there you have it, your Manhattan. The Manhattan is a delicious, distinguished cocktail that is truly worth a try. The whiskey, the vermouth, the bitters, and a cherry come together in alchemy to create a truly delicious beverage. If you find yourself sitting down, relaxing, and enjoying a Manhattan, it may just become your new favorite cocktail. Just know that you have history in the palm of your hand, as the first Manhattan made and enjoyed dates back to the mid-1800s. Cheers. Does anybody have any questions?